Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and we're here once again in Transport Fever 2. I still haven't quite worked out how to control the camera. Oh, there you go, that's better. Get a slightly lower view. Straight through the driver's head. Yeah, that's probably better, isn't it? Yep. Yeah, some vehicles have a oddly placed camera. Well, in my perspective, they do. Hi, yes, we're back in Transport Fever 2 and we're just riding along our latest addition to our fleet, which are the trams running from all the way from Portishead, I think, all the way through to wherever this is, Pill. In fact, it says there on the screen, doesn't it? The Portishead to Pill tram. And there was a comment on the last video when we introduced these from, if I remember correctly, my Steam Lance, saying we have a problem on this route because there is already, which I hadn't realised when I was setting this up, there is already a sort of link into Bristol using these old buses, which I've since upgraded to be double-deckers. If we go down and look at that one. Yeah, so there is a link into Bristol, which means that people coming from these the sort of extremes here, if you will, the outer-lying areas of Portbury and Portishead, will tend to clog up the journey, as they obviously want to get into Bristol as well, and they've got no other route of doing that at this point in time. So what Steam Lance was suggesting, long way round, sorry, getting there, TLDR as they say, is it might be worth using the realistic capacity mod, which bumps up the capacity of all your vehicles to something approaching reality, or at least the number of seats that are actually shown in the vehicle. Because the traditional thing with Transport Fever and Transport Fever 2 is the capacity in game is about a quarter of what it would be in real life, if you can bear me using that term. I did have a go at it, but the trouble is I've got so many routes and so many vehicles now that it just really upsets the balance that I've got at the moment. And although it does clear some of these huge numbers of passengers, particularly at stations and so on, it does mean I do need fewer vehicles. So there's a lot of work to go through. So I've decided not to use realistic capacity mod at this stage of the game. I think it's just too late and I'm just too lazy to go through all the work of doing it. However, we need to do... Oh, we're earning loads of money. We've moved on probably about a year or so since you were last with me. We're now in September 1978. We've got 15.5 million in the bank and a loan of only 20 million at the moment. So I'll leave that open actually, as we will. But as you can see here, we're doing quite well. Our rail is earning over 40 million a year. Our road vehicles last year earned over 8 million. And even our waterborne, our ships, our cargo ships, I don't think I've got any passenger ships left now. Our cargo by water and our airline, we've only got 2 planes flying. And that's already earning a profit from last year anyway of over 500,000. So we're doing quite well. If we look at our routes in general, I've got, so that's right, it takes its time coming up. Yes, I know. There you are. Right, if we get these into an order, we do have some which are losing a fair amount of money, but I'm actually quite surprised that there are quite a lot of these. Oh dear. Right, we do need to revisit quite a few of these routes. I won't do that in this episode. We'll do it I'll do a lot of this off camera, but I will introduce what I'm doing shortly. But we don't have any losing huge amounts of money. One of my main concerns is these sort of suburban routes I've got, like Avonmouth to Hanham. So if we bring you up here, actually if I take you away, it's easier to see what we're doing, which is a long-winded train route from Avonmouth, which isn't a particularly popular place, which has a separate route into Bristol anyway, going through these suburban areas of Westbury, Warmley, and through to Hanham to link into Bristol Temple Meads that way around. There's quite an amount of traffic on there, but there's something, the vehicles I've got just aren't coping with it at the moment. So either I need slightly bigger vehicles. They are quite large at the moment. 58, I don't know. So there's some of those routes, and the other one is another suburban route we put out sort of north of Bristol, the Thornbury to Stoke Gifford route. Again, it's using these little suburban trains. I'm afraid I'm no train expert, so I've no... Is it class 110 or 140, whatever it is? It tells me if I hover over it. There you go. 104, yeah. So it can be quite full at times, but they're just not earning a lot of money. But nonetheless, at the other end of this table, yeah, we have some routes earning huge amounts of money. Look at that, multi-million routes. So basically, we are generally profitable. Just that because of the length of some routes, we do slip into negative values briefly, several times a year. Now, the other thing I'm concerned about here, which is where I'm going to start this episode, is our old vehicles. We do have a number of them. Yeah, because I'm running the game on standard speed and I'm not running it at slower speed, time sort of runs away quite quickly, even though I have the game on pause like I do at the moment for quite a long time during these episodes. And so new vehicles turn up and vehicles age, and it all happens quite quickly. So if there's parts of the map I'm not paying attention to for a few episodes, like this ore train here. If we go over there, this is in South Wales. Yeah, they can get very, very old without me noticing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace a few of these. Now, one of them I want to replace right up front is these buses up here in Cam and Stroud, up this part of the country. Here we go. Yeah, they're quite old vehicles. A bus which is nearly 50 years old. Likewise in, where's Stroud? There's Stroud up there. Because these towns have grown a bit since the buses were put in. And I've also, which is the fun thing, which is why I want to do this, because I want to show off another funky mod, is this one profitable? Oh yeah, very profitable. Look, we've got loads of people waiting there, but not anywhere else. So the question is, could we do with adding in some new bus stops to Cam? It has grown by over 450, well, it says precisely 450%. So it has grown a lot over the years. Yeah, that's quite exponential. It's not, is it exponential? It looks a bit exponential. It's steep. It's a steep curve. So that's all to the good. So we could put some new buses in here. Let's bring that route up again. Do we need it to go anywhere else? We're probably okay because these stops will... That's me pressing on the building. They do cover pretty much the whole town as it stands. So I think we'll leave the stops. We won't add any more in. But what I want to do is change these buses. Now, I'll come out there for a second again because I'm just trying to sort of give myself some sort of excuse, some rationale for what I'm about to do. This is well north of Bristol. Now, I don't have anywhere properly Midlands up here, but I do have a Midland mod, which I thought looked really cool, and I want to employ that here. So this area up here, the Stroud to Cam area, I'm going to consider the Midlands. I don't think geographically it is really. It might be touching on the edge of the Midlands in the UK, but it's not the proper Midlands. It's not Coventry or Wolverhampton or Birmingham or Walsall. I do apologise, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't attempt regional accents or dialects, should I? But no. So we're going to change them into one of these. The West Midlands Public Transport Executive, West Midlands. Yeah, these go a lot faster than they need to. But they are such a nice looking set of mods. Walsall cover. Yeah, I think we'll use this. We'll replace all of you for 1 million. Oh, and it changed the colour of them too. I wasn't really expecting that. So let's have a look at one of these vehicles in more detail. If I go into camera mode, we can actually focus on it a bit closer, can't we? So if I change this to 35 or something. Yeah, you see, so it's got the West Midlands logo and everything on it, which is really nice. So as I say, there's a whole series of these on the mods, on the workshop, around the West Midlands heritage bus routes. Obviously, they're all owned by one big company now, I imagine. First or Stagecoach or someone. So is that going to Tilsdown next? It is. So that is nice. I like that. So the modder has actually put the route name on the front panel and the next destination on the side panel. Cool. That, oh, I do love it when they do that. It just adds so much more to the immersion in the game. And the other one I want to look at here is in Stroud. So let's go to that one. And again, this town has grown a fair bit. Only 340 though. But then it probably has fewer direct connections than Cam does, to be honest with you. If we look at this line again. Could we do... I could do with some a route out here actually. I mean, these houses along here are covered, I think, but it would be worth putting another stop in. So what stops am I using at the moment? I mean, these, look at these, are old buses. Good grief. 47 years old. Oh, I'm using the standard pole. That's just an old-fashioned bus stop, isn't it? So if we put one, I think... Yeah, just one up here will do, I think, quite nicely. Down here, that looks like a slow bit of road, so I want to change that. Don't want slow road if I can... So you're 30 miles an hour. That's okay. Can I upgrade you to that without costing me any money? I can. That's nice. So I can then put a bus stop down here. Do you want bus stops or... Ooh, is that a Midland? Yes. As I said, I'm considering this to be part of the Midlands. So if we put you down there. Nice. Okay. Now we need this line to go from the hill to Manor Road. I'll change that off camera to be a more locally specific or locally relevant name. Appropriate, that's the word I'm looking for. So after the hill we're going to go there. I don't really want you going up there. Are these roads all fast roads? No, they're slow roads. These need to be fast roads, I think. We'll put you up. Actually, what about... Oh, you're a fast road, aren't you? Or are you not? What sort of road are you? Oh, you're yes, you are a fast, but you're one of these cobbled roads. No, that's silly. So we'll put you up there. And then we'll have a little waypoint in there. What shall we use? A post box, I think. All there. That's lovely. And then we can edit the route once more. And after the hill, it can go to there. Yeah, that looks, that's better, isn't it? Not so twisty-turny, if nothing else. But what I want to do is change these vehicles. Again, we're going to go... Should we go for a different bus company in Stroud? Yes. What am I looking for? That's what I want, isn't it? Birmingham or Walsall? Coventry? I've got the blue colour on the line, so that works for me. There we go. And again, we'll pick one of these vehicles up. And it's got the logo and everything. That is beautiful. Right, so what I'm going to do, I am going to spend a little bit of time off camera editing more of these routes. Oh, that is quite a hill. And just upgrade some of these buses, and I'll do another train upgrade, which I want to be a major upgrade to that train service over in South Wales that we first looked at. And then I'll be right back with you with some other exciting stuff to do. Don't go anywhere. And so I've fixed a number of the routes and vehicles around this sort of the Midlands part of my map, if you will, adding in some of these lovely West Midlands heritage bus vehicles from that mod. You can find all the mods I'm using in this game in my Steam collection, which is linked in the description below. So if you want to check them out, then just head over there to Steam and work your way through them. I have got a lot. I've got about nearly 300, I think. Oh, that is a very steep hill. I didn't do that bit of the hill. I've just put this bit of road in here, this little viaduct space here, so I could add this stop up here logically into the route. But the game itself built that. That is extraordinary. We have some hills in Bristol, as you may well know, in Totterdown and Park Street and so on in the centre. I don't think any of them are quite as awe-inspiring as that. Right, now the next one I wanted to get on to, there's a couple more replacements I want to do. One of them which is over here in Clifton, just off the centre of Bristol. Where's Clifton? Oh, there's Hannam. I'm in the wrong place entirely. Here we are. Spin the map round. Clifton. It is this route here. Bristol to Clifton Down Local, which connects them to the train station there. It hasn't been making money for, well, forever, basically. Has it ever? Oh, it did. In its first year or so of operation, it made money. But ever since then, it's been losing money quite dramatically. I'm not quite sure why. The frequency is fairly good. I've probably got too many trams on there now, to be honest. But what I'm wondering is if the problem is, where is it? It's down here somewhere. Don't tell me it's all gone away. Do not tell me it's gone away, because just before I came back to this part of the recording, you see the trams are all clogged together like the scenic buses as well, because there's usually a lot of congestion going on around here. Oh, there it is. There's congestion. Look at that. I told you it was here. Let's have a check of this route again. So we're going down here. Now, before you came back to me, this road was clogged. Honest gov. It's quite busy down there, but you may recall I put some one-way streets in down here to alleviate that, and that appears to be working okay. But there's this bit of road here, White Ladies Road. Here is not so much of an issue, although there's a bit of a jam here. Yeah, which will get caught because the jam here. Do we have traffic lights on that junction? Where's my streets? We do. If I turn those off, I think it might make the traffic travel a bit smoother. That they will go if they can get, yeah, across, regardless of the lights. Okay, so we want to replace these basically. And the thing is, I notice is some of them are reasonably full. You're not. You're not. You're not. 15. Honestly, there was one, possibly that one, which had 23 people on before I came back to you. Don't you hate it when the game does that? You've got a point to prove and it goes and does exactly the opposite, just as you're about to show it off. Okay, so what vehicles can we replace you with? We have got the balloon tram, which we put in the Portishead to Pill route. What vehicles are these? Type T1s. Ah, okay. So you're carrying 23 at 37 miles an hour. Okay, the Mirage looks good. Actually, it carries a few more. And your finances of the existing tram, 70,000 a year. You're 10,000 more. Well, you're a lot cheaper. But you're going... Yeah, you're going a lot slower, the ATM, aren't you? No, we're not using you. As much as I would like... I could use the balloon tram, actually. Smaller capacity, a bit faster. No, let's try the Mirage. I know it's not exactly a British model, but let's see if we can do that. Actually, what we'll do is we will sell tram 7. So we'll take one of those out of use. There you go. So we'll replace just U4. And hopefully that will bring at least a reduction in the costs, the loss on that line. Where are you? It's quite a nice model. Yeah, certainly. Okay, so that's, I think, most of the trains, sorry, the vehicles I want to get rid of. Oh, update the Westbury local. I'll do that one off camera. The other one I wanted to look at, though, was the Roger, the ore supply routes and the coal routes feeding into this industry chain we've got up here, Newport docks to Royal Portbury, taking wood and machines across the Severn estuary. Now, what I was thinking of doing, actually, I don't know if this will make much sense or be profitable, but I was thinking of electrifying this. Yeah, there is a fair amount of electrification around the country, very little around Bristol and Bath, because it was planned to come, but it didn't act. Well, not to Temple Meads anyway. So that's a bee I've got in my bonnet. So what we could do, I want to replace those trains, could replace them with electrics, so we need to upgrade our track to electric. Do you do that? Yes, you do. Okay, so you're coming from the mines here. So we'll upgrade you. You. Okay, I think that's all of the freight lines which are now electrified. Not doing the passenger line just yet because they sort of come to Bristol. I may well do the north of our map, the Midland part, if it were. I may electrify that end, and that comes down into Bristol, into South Wales. So we may well do that as an ongoing project. But these trains here, you see there, no, you're Bristol Wales main line, I don't want you. What I want is these here. There you go. Roger ore supply. And they're earning a fair amount of money, 2.5 million. Yep, I'm happy with that. So what do we have to replace them with? Now at the moment you are travelling at, I think, 60 miles an hour maximum. Okay, so what electrics do we have? Again, I'm doing this because I recently picked up a slew of new mods, including some really good looking electric locomotives. You're going 110. I don't really want you to go that fast. Really? I mean, you are at least. Are these British? Class 76. Yeah, for some reason they look a bit French. That's all I'm thinking there, or Austrian. You go 65. You could work. So what's your power rating? 1,000. Not very powerful though, are you? You're much better. Obviously you're going to cost me a lot more. So we don't want anything too powerful then. No, you're hugely powerful. You could be on a long route. You could be the Bristol Midland line, perhaps. Oh, sorry, the Midland Welsh line, whatever I've called it. Okay, well, we might use you then, I think. And you've got a reasonable amount of power, which means I can bring in more freight. I don't know what all these things mean. Crest pre-tops and stuff. No, I'm afraid I'm ignorant like that. Okay, if I put you in there. Holy moly, that's going to cost me 25 million just for the locomotives. Yikes. How expensive are they? They're 9 million a piece. I might be able to do away with one train then in that case, if we need to do that. So cargo. Do we have any sexy new... Oh, we do. You carry... And you travel at 100 as well. Okay, so which of these will we use? Yeoman? Or ARC? I like the yeoman. Not quite sure what front and centre means. And you carry 20. Well, if I put 11, I've got 11 wagons on there at the moment. So if we add 120 capacity, what's your capacity at the moment? 77. Oh, that's wonderful. And you're still good performance. Oh yeah, 73 million. Okay. No, we need to get rid of one train then, I'm afraid. We'll get rid of you. There you go. So that's only going to cost me 50 million for these. And 119 meters. That should be enough to... Oh, you know, mediocre performance. Okay, let's see how that copes. Here, I'm going to need a lot more money though. Bear with me a second. Okay, so I've now got a large loan out of the bank. It would be nice. I know there is a new version coming out in July, which is currently being beta tested. It'd be nice if, when you're in the budget page, if you could just hold that down or something and just get whatever amount of loan you want out quickly, rather than all that repetitive single clicking. It's not good for my musculature, has to be said. Okay, let's replace these vehicles. And that's done. So let's have a look at one. You're looking good. Train. Okay. So what we... if we change this to... or 38. There you go. It appears on the front now. Cool. And that, I think, is all 100-mile-an-hour track as well. It's fast track, so that should be excellent. Okay, we do also have the separate coal trains here. How old? Oh, you're only 4 years old. Oh, you're running diesels. Okay. You could probably do... How many of you are on that line? Just the one. You could probably do with being... more capacious on there, I think. 120, it's not a lot. So what's your performance like at the moment? Mediocre. Can we improve that? Can we get a new diesel on here, or a new electric, which will do with that? Your maximum speed is 60. Yeah, that's only a short route between the the coal mine and the steel foundry here, so it doesn't need to go terribly fast. Really, even though it does share that bit of line with the ore train, which we've just looked at. So, diesels. Which one are you? The class 24. Have we still got you on the books? There you are. Oh yeah, you're very underpowered, and the speed is an issue with the wagons then you're using. So we can change those up as well. Excellent. 94. Okay, we could use the class 42. Okay, you're... Okay, let's try a class 42. Okay, with those wagons on the back. So we'll put the arc, shall we, on here? Actually, do we have... are you coal or stone? You're coal. No, you go too slow. You go... Are you the gondolas that we're using? No. Okay, we could put you on. The thing with the wagons we're using for the ore trade is they go that much faster, so they're that much more expensive. But you are quite long. 146 meters. Which I think is longer than our platforms here. Yeah, that's only a short platform. Okay. we use you, you carry 20. So you might... Okay, we'll try you. I can just about afford you. But one thing I hope this new update fixes is the delay that we're getting when replacing or adding vehicles from the depot sometimes. It does take an unconscionable amount of time. I mean, this, I'm still talking and it hasn't updated that train yet. It may be something to do with the mod, not the fact I've just gone into autosave, honest gov. I don't know. But the trouble is, yeah, most of the vehicles I play with are modded, so yeah, not the most attractive of trains, but they are locomotives. Did you not drop... Oh, that's interesting. Why did it not have any coal in it? Okay. Oh, we're in 1979 now. I don't remember seeing any new vehicles coming up on the list. That's a shame. Oh, these two ore trains are... Oh well, they're a bit close together. No worries. Again, there's something in the upcoming patch which I think addresses that, which does allow you to tell vehicles to wait at platforms for a certain amount of time. Not just on a general sort of route designation. You're stopped there. That will help sort that out. Excellent. So with any luck, that steel mill running a bit short of coal. We'll see. Hopefully that will catch up. It requires 2 of each for 1 steel bar. Okay. How are our other vehicles doing? Let's have a look back at those trams, shall we? Ooh. Oh, that was very briefly $36 in profit. Oh well. You're going up there. Are you going to get stuck behind? You see, there is traffic there, isn't there? I might need to put in an extra bus lane there so my vehicles can escape that. Is there another? If they... No. They're coming down. Actually, if they went up that way, would that work better for them? Because the traffic jam is at that junction specifically. That might work better, actually. Okay, so let's amend this line. So where are we going? We're going from Alma Vale Road. And can we add in a stop there? Yes, we can. Who else is using Pembroke Road? Oh, the Clifton Redland bus line. Okay, going in the same direction. That's not quite so good. Oh, you're an odd line, aren't you? And you're losing me loads of money. Oops. Well, we'll leave you for the moment. I'll come back and check you out later. Oh, profitable. Look at that. A tram that's made money. Awesome. And the line itself. Okay. No. 37. 108 people on board. I like having the trams here. It's just that they've proven unprofitable on this particular route. But maybe that will pick up and change now. We shall see. Anyway, I think that will do it for this episode. We have some funky new buses up in the Midlands. We have some lovely new electric locomotives running our ore line here. It's such a good looking model. Awesome. That they should make loads of money as well for me. Let's just keep an eye on that. Yes, look. Excellent work. Okay, so we'll follow that train in, I think. And I will say... Ooh, steam train. We'll replace that. Oh, why are you there? Okay. I don't know. Actually, let's follow the other train. That one looks more exciting. How much have we got here waiting? 107, and you can carry 160. Okay, we might be alright. We might need to adjust the capacity on these trains a bit, I think. But we shall see. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why it was... Again, maybe that's the model of the locomotive. I might play with that, see if... Because, as you know, we had a variety of different models to choose from there, didn't we? I can always spin you around and see. Can I move you forward? I can. And... down. No, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's come out of there and start again. One day I'll get to remember what these camera controls are. Oh well, it seems I can't actually remember and get the controls to work how I want them to, so we'll leave it like this. And I will say thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you've enjoyed this episode of Transport Fever 2. If you have, it'd be great to hear from you. A little bit of a like would be lovely. Even better though, if you've got anything to say, any suggestions, hints, tips, recommendations, or even criticisms of what we're doing with the game, then please do drop a note into the comments box below. That would be awesome. And of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, you could do that now. And that way you'll know when I upload another one of these, or any of my other Let's Play videos. But from me, Ajaxpost, here in Transport Fever 2, until the next time, bye-bye for now.